Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Collective Cooking. I'm Mikayla, fellow Spoonie, and today we are going to be cooking a sweet little treat because it's my birthday. We are going to be making moon macarons. They are essentially matcha moon-shaped cookies with a little bit of lavender in them. I am really hopeful for this recipe. I've never tried it before. They are part of this amazing witches cookbook that I was gifted a couple years ago. It's called the Natural Witches Cookbook. And so it's all like whole food, seasonal ingredients, and they kind of explain the witches' magic behind all of the ingredients, which I find to be super fun. It's saying it's only going to take 10 minutes of prep time. We'll test that. And 6 minutes of cooking. That's like less than 20 minutes to have delicious cookies. What you will need: almond flour. I'm using an oat flour, 3 egg whites, 1 egg yolk, 3.5 tablespoons of lavender syrup, a half teaspoon of coconut cream, and a 1/3 ounce of matcha powder. Let's get into it. Let's get hyped. I'm gonna start by preheating my oven to 350. 150 grams or 5 ounces of your flour. I am using oat flour. They recommend almond flour. I'm gonna get us set up with pre-measured stuff today because previously I just feel like it's taken me so long to like measure things out and pour them in the thing, and nobody's got time for that. We have 1 egg yolk, 3 egg whites added to my flour. Order doesn't matter, but this is the order that I'm doing it in. Now we have 3.5 tablespoons of lavender syrup added, 1/2 teaspoon of coconut cream. I like Native Forest. I think they're really good and use simple ingredients in most grocery stores. The recipe is right. This is super fast. I'm like making good progress. Okay, 1/2 teaspoon of coconut cream, 1/2 ounce of matcha powder. So basically that's a tablespoon if you're doing this at home. You can sift your matcha if you want. This stuff's good. I don't normally need to strain it. Here's everything ready to mix. So this to me feels like it might need a little more liquid. I'm gonna add like maybe 3 drops of water, which I'm just doing with my hands. Okay. So next up, I need a baking sheet with parchment paper on it. I'll meet you there. Baking sheet, check. Parchment paper, a check. Let's do this. I don't want too much parchment paper because I don't want to write anything on fire. So now I am going to dampen my hands. That's how we want to interact with the batter. I am going to make small crescent moons. Maybe you are better at this than I am. That looks pretty bad. We'll keep trying. And also, like, it's the first one. It can't be perfect. I think it'll look better when it's on the parchment. Like a little green slug. That's really it. It makes approximately 10, it says. So I'm thinking about that as I'm shaping them. This one's better, worse, I don't know, but definitely I put a lot more batter on that one. Show you another one. Ooh, lovely. From an energy perspective, I'm feeling like these are maybe medium energy because even though they don't take a lot of time, it's still you have a number of ingredients, you have to weigh them, you have to shape them. I could do this seated and more casually maybe, but I'd give it like a couple spoons. Here's what we got. Moons, matcha moons, so cute. They're gonna be good. I'm now gonna place these in the oven for 6 minutes. See you on the other side. Oh my gosh, cute. It does feel firm on the outside, but it said crunchy, right? I have learned the hard way too many times that you do not put things in your mouth that you just pull out of an oven or off a pan. That was a close call. And she does it anyway. It's definitely not crunchy, but it could also be the flour. I used, and I could have maybe added a little bit more water. These are pretty dense. It could use a frosting or honey maple syrup. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. You definitely don't have to do this, but I just want to glaze a couple and see what that's like. Well, this turned out very Mikayla-like. Much better. Since they're really designed to be like a pre-bed, help you sleep kind of thing, I get that they're not very sweet. Me being me, I just wanted a little bit of extra sweetness, but there you have it. Thanks for spending a little bit of time with us once again in Collective Cooking. We'd love to hear from you in the comments if you tried it, if you liked it, if you mixed it up and had something that you thought tasted a little bit better. Love to hear if it helped you with your sleep or your dreams. Like, pop that in the comments. Want to hear all about your dreams, and maybe I will interpret them for you. Thanks for being part of the community. Bon appetit. Like and subscribe.